First YouTube video. Hopefully this goes well. I've wanted to make them for a while, just not got around to it. Thought I'd start kind of easy, nothing too much pressure on myself. Quite busy at the moment, especially working in a startup, so only have a limited amount of time for things like this, but I want to try and do 15 minutes a day if I can, just a bit of programming, working on a kind of side project that I don't have to care too much about. Hopefully get a few people watching and learning a little bit and building something together. Hopefully a few people can chip in some ideas and can build something cool. I work mostly in open banking space at the moment, so I thought something along those lines would be pretty cool to build. Maybe for managing your money, or just some niche little tool for making payments or something. We'll see when we get to it. But yeah, I'm just going to do a little bit of coding each day. This isn't going to be some sort of like tutorial on coding or like teaching you how to use any tools or anything like that. It'll be me building something kind of at my pace, and using whatever technologies I kind of feel are most relevant or that I'm kind of interested in trying. Hopefully you can pick something up. A lot of it will probably be around more the architecture side that I'll explain. I won't go through all the details of like the code and things like that. So it'll definitely be more for people that kind of already have an understanding of how these things work or want a more general overview of development. I don't know. It's more for myself, really. Hopefully some people get something out of it. I've got quite a few years of experience in multiple different tools and technologies and things, and led quite a few reasonably large teams on some pretty big projects. So I definitely don't know everything, but hopefully I can share a little bit of my wisdom. I need to stop saying this is the second time I've recorded this. First time there was way too many ums. Right, before I keep blabbing on a little bit too much, let's get into it. I work mostly in the JavaScript space at the moment, React, Node, so I'm going to stay with that. I'm going to go with NextJS. If you haven't seen it before, definitely check out NextJS and the Vercel team. They're awesome. NextJS framework is awesome. We're going to start with that. Let's go. Don't really need this. I've set this up so many times that I have a good idea. Let's go. We'll add TypeScript because I don't know how anyone develops nowadays without TypeScript. The type safety is definitely important. Oh no, I was in the wrong directory. Right, let's try that again. At least these installs are a lot quicker than they used to be. I remember trying to install PHP back a few years back. Still have nightmares. Cool. All installed. Let's just double check it was working. To spell. You'd think I'd know this one. Use it enough. Nice. Okay, so template. If you haven't used NextJS before, it's got a file system routing. It's pretty cool. You don't have to define routes in code or anything. You just plop the file there, put the file name, and that corresponds to your route. So index, route. Let's just clear out some of this. We've not got a name for this yet, so let's call it procrastination payer. Let's do that. We can change. We can come back and change this if we don't like it. Maybe we'll do something around procrastination and yeah, maybe a tool that can help people that feel like they're procrastinating a little bit too much. Use money in some sort of way as an incentive. Seems like a reasonable use. We can always pivot down the line. Gotta be agile. Right, we don't really need a description. Just put the name. Make money. Motivate you. That'll do for now. As you can see, I'm not a marketing wizard. My skills definitely lie in the tech space. Cool. I absolutely hate the CSS modules. Not sure why. I think CSS itself just scares me a little bit. Let's just rip all this out. We are going to need some styling though, so let's use TailwindCSS. If you've not heard of it before, it's basically a utility kind of library that gives you a load of utility classes like the ones you get from Bootstrap. So instead of styling through CSS, you just add class names for whatever styles you want to apply. It handles all of the underlying like cross-browser support and things like that. And if you combine it with post CSS, it actually results in way less code shipped to the browser, which is always a benefit if you're going for performance. Super easy to install, especially for NextJS. Just copy over these dependencies. Need to add. Boom. And MVX doesn't really matter. The difference is probably a yarn one, but that'll do for now. So make sure we set these in the config so it knows where to look for the code that we're writing, and apply the base styles in the global CSS. Cool. I think we need to restart it just to make sure these take effect. Boom. All taking effect. Nice. So we've got simple styling and that looks good. Let's just for OCD go through and add some really simple layout styling. Not going to go overboard here, even though I usually do every time, but let's just try and keep this as simple as possible for the sake of this video. Right, so CSS, let's just set the background. Let's do gray, 200, and just set some padding. Cool. I think that'll do. It's a good start. We have a header bar and an empty screen. I don't know how long I've been going for so far, but I'm going to try and keep this to 15 minutes. So maybe we'll wrap up here, and next time we'll start actually designing what we're going to build. I think I'm going to try and use Yapply. It's an open banking infrastructure service. They pretty good to use if we can get some credentials. Otherwise, I'll try and find another one that we can get credentials for to play with. And yeah, I think I'll leave it there. It'll definitely be a bit more interesting next time once we start designing and building the actual application. And I'll make sure I put this code on GitHub and leave a link in the description if anyone wants to code along or just have a look at the code to see how we did something. But I think for now, that's it. So I'll see you later, guys. Have a good one. Bye.